Hey, what's up for Left That Panther with another Path of Exile video, and in today's video, this is going to be of no surprise to a long time subscribers, but we're going to check out the Reforging Bench. So this allows you to basically 3-to-1 items. You can put in a bunch of, say if you have some low tier maps, maybe you've got a bunch of regular tier 1 waystones, you can chuck these in and it becomes a tier 2 waystone. So you can upgrade some things, and other things you can reforge into a similar thing. So I've got these carapace catalysts here. So if we put 3 carapace catalysts in and then we reforge them, they become a different catalyst. And I'm not sure if this is a Markov chain yet, which means it can't roll back into a carapace catalyst. We're going to find out, because I just so happen to have around 15,000 carapace catalysts, because they were the cheapest one on the market. So I want to find out what is the percentage chance of re-rolling catalysts. It should take, by my calculations, it should take around 2 hours to do this. So let's find out. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
A few moments later.
Alright, and sheesh, that took longer than I was hoping for. It certainly wasn't a couple of hours, more like 3.5, 4, something like that. Now at least we know what the chances are. I know that I need to make better life choices when it comes to doing these. Honestly, it was one of the most boring things I think I've ever done in Path of Exile 1 or 2, and that includes doing stuff at the Crafting Bench, pretty much the same stuff at the Crafting Bench in Path of Exile 1. But now we've got the weightings here. I've put them into a spreadsheet, so we can just take a look at that. And it seems like they certainly are weighted. So the Chayula's Catalyst has had around a 4% chance to turn up, versus the neural catalyst, which I was surprised actually was one of the most common ones. In fact, the most common one to get was the neural catalyst. And I suppose as mana stacking is part of the meta right now, that's why it's perhaps it's more expensive than the others, which don't turn up anywhere near as frequently. So these are the weightings. I've got a speculative tiers here. So there's some that are S tier, like the Skittering Catalyst, and then A tiers like the Reaver Catalyst, the Sibling Catalyst, and Chayula's Catalyst, or at least these turn up the least frequently. And then there's the Guff tier ones, or Guff plus. But that's just speculative. So we mostly want to look at data here, and this in total, when it comes to, as if you wanted to do this from an economic standpoint, I really recommend that you do not do this from an economic standpoint. If you think, oh, I could make some money like this. Yes, you can make money, and you shouldn't. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do what I did. Number one, it costs a lot of money to buy it costs a lot of gold to buy the catalyst in the first place. So I was buying these carapace catalysts at around one exalt for 75. If we just go over to Alva here, and we go to Breach, and we find the carapace catalyst. So 1 for 75. This is basically what I was buying them for, and then this, I was doing them in batches of 750. Whoops, 750 for 10. And this costs 75,000 gold, so it costs a lot just to get as many as I did. So if we do 15,000 divided by 750, so that's 20 times by 75. So it cost in total. Oh, it actually cost 1.5 million gold for me to buy them all. So it's I've still got 1 point something. 11 million gold left. I'm not sure really what I'm going to do with my gold. This is a great opportunity to do something like this, but I would put buy orders up for 750 at a time, and I spent around, I think, 200 exalts on them in total. And you can see here, this is the price in exalts I've sort of figured out. This is rough because some of them, they're very, very high variance between what people are offering and what people are buying for. And so some of them are, and markets fluctuate. So when I record this video, this is the best guess I can come up with now. But I spent 200 exalts and I got 604 back. So it is money if you want to spend 1.5 million gold on 4 hours of just pain. And this is without selling them as well. So when you sell them, you're going to have to spend more gold as well. I'm not sure it's worth it, but if you think it's worth it, then go for it. But this is what I've found. So it turns out these catalysts, when you reroll them at the bench, they are weighted. It's not a Markov chain either, so you can reroll Carapace catalysts. In fact, they're one of the second most common, I think. So you can get Carapace catalysts for putting 3 Carapace catalysts in, which feels like a bit of it doesn't feel great when you see that happen. But it's 0.013 of an exalt anyway, so it's not too much of a loss. So that's all I have for today. I'm going to put a link to the spreadsheet in the description below, so you can check it out if you need to. I'll probably maybe I'll remove this. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But this is what the weightings look like, and yeah, that's it. So with that, I hope you are kind to everyone you meet. I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.